Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a great defender. Everson Griffin making a great defensive play there for a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The throw over the middle taken in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cousins now from the 50. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
At the Cowboys 36.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
On the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Roy Wasser's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points.
25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked out by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player so as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
An extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 42. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Elliott, toss right. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
On the play.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
If I was a star, I was looking at
the previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Again to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's able to find Diggs. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-yard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They'll get this complete to Batson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Down, Cowboys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Elliott running right. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big run that time by Elliott, and even 50 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Look at you, the center.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
2nd and 11. Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Antoine Woods forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll throw left side to start out. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Elliott. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. It's caught at the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Good job. How that boy stepping up finally.
A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try again with Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Flushed out right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And a short gain down to about the 33. He's there to get him down defensively, Brian Allen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins eluding the pressure right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Devin Singletary.
Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year, in on the stop there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He's back to throw. Dance, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Cousins to throw. Oh, crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up inside the 10. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's got room. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And his kick is right through.
Cowboys 20, Vikings 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so